Assalamu alaikum all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joke. Thank you for stopping by today. In today's video, I'll be talking to that young Muslim woman or Muslim man who is thinking about the next stage in their life, which is to get married. This video is mainly for that woman out there, but some aspects in this video will apply to anyone. Before I go into the video, I must apologize for the background noise. Unfortunately, I can't control whatever building work or whatever is happening around me. So please bear with me, and I hope my voice comes through in this video above the noise and it doesn't interfere and disturb you. Thank you very much. I've scripted this video today in a form of letter. So I will start by saying, dear young woman or man looking to get married and is very scared of all the stories around them about people in marriages, please do not let that faze you. There have always been bad and terrible people since the dawn of time, but the only difference between now and then is that there is social media to make you more aware of it. Nothing has changed. People aren't necessarily more horrible now than they were 20, 30, 50 years ago. The difference is that we are just very much aware of them now because there is the outlet of social media to highlight it to us. Do not be put off about all of that negativity you see, because inside of all of that negativity, we all know that there are some positive marriages out there. Do not be put off. Make lots of dua. You are never too young or too old to start asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the kind of life partner you want. Whether you are a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, 21-year-old or 25-year-old watching this video today, I encourage you to start praying for the kind of life partner you want. The weather hasn't been great this last few days, so please forgive me for the fluctuating lights. It's just the trees, the clouds getting in the way of the sun. I would like to also say that whether you've seen a lot of bad marriages around you or online, I think it's something for you to look to and use that as a measure of what you want from your own marriage and what you don't want. And again, constant dua is always very helpful in these situations. Make sure before you make that decision, you seek counseling. Counseling doesn't necessarily have to be through a professional. You can always look to somebody who is older than you, who is more experienced than you, somebody you respect and appreciate their point of view about a lot of things. Approach them, speak to them, ask for their advice, and inshallah, they would be able, from their own life experience, advise you on certain things that you are unsure of. Be honest in your premarital talk with that person you may be thinking about getting married to. When you meet that new person you are considering, have genuine, honest, candid talks. You must be able to find out the kind of things you want from a husband or a wife, and you should be able to know from talking to that person to some extent the kind of person they are. It is also important that you do not ask all of your important questions at once, because it will be easy for the person to think, I know what this is, and give you the kind of answer they think you want to hear. You want their answer to be honest and believable, and your gut instinct will tell you a lot of the time if that person is telling you the truth. Please remember to click on the like button if you're enjoying my video. Thank you. Find out as much as you can about the family of the person thinking about getting married to. You want to find out about their parents, their siblings, their extended family. It is also important that you look for somebody to help you do some checks that you will be unable to find out yourself. Do not ignore all of these things, as they are very important. If you want to be a nurse, you go to university for at least 3 years if you are in the UK before you become a practicing nurse. So why don't you study this person and his or her family to make sure you are making this right decision? This is somebody you are supposed to be spending the rest of your life with. Everybody have their deal breakers. You must find out what yours are. For example, you meet somebody online and you've been introduced to speak to, you've spoken to them and they sound like somebody you'd like to spend time with, get to know more of. While you were talking online, they tick quite a lot of your boxes, and then you arrange to meet face to face. And then what happens? Maybe they open their mouth and some odor comes out of their mouth, or maybe they come close to you, you can smell their body odor, and that is something very important to you that you do not joke with it. If that is your deal breaker, how are you going to tackle that? Because you need to be able to know that it is not a problem that would come between you later. You can start off by gifting them some hygiene products. Tell them you would like them to smell like this certain product you're buying them. If they come out to you and say, oh, I don't like to use that XYZ, you should be able to find a way to encourage them, because you don't want to be harsh and be kind in how you approach people. You would like if they use this scent so that they can smell nice. And if that person still continues to resist that hygiene product gift, maybe it's time to walk away. And this is only because if that is a deal breaker for you, you need to be able to know when to walk away from a situation. You don't want something that later down the line you'll be like, oh, I ignored that at the start, I shouldn't have. Now it's, what do I do? And then it festers. Then it gets to that point where you realize that I really cannot cope with this anymore. I say all of this to say a relationship that doesn't progress to marriage is not such a bad thing. People are always scared about making that decision of, cutting something off. But ignore what everybody else is thinking about. This is your future, your happiness. Don't generally like divorces. So if you tackle that at the start of your relationship so that it doesn't get so bad to the point that you end up divorcing each other, that would be better for everyone involved. Also, remember the 80-20 rule. So when you meet someone, let's say 100% of somebody, and then out of 100% of things that you like in somebody, you then need to decide out of the 100% which of those are things that are definitely important to you. They should be in your 80, and then in your 20, the not so important. You need to know what they are. So for example, if somebody lacking in compassion matters to you 100%, maybe because of previous life experience, you need to be able to say, I cannot take this person forward in my life because they are lacking in compassion, they are lacking in understanding. You need to be able to cut off that relationship before it gets any further. The same way, if that's lacking in compassion is something that you think the way you've had a conversation with them, you can always make them grow in showing compassion to people's situation, then by all means, in every relationship, we always have to learn from each other and grow together. So if that is something that that person is showing signs that they will have in future, then that's fine. But you should be able to know from the start if being with them and them not having that compassion means whatever to you. You need to be able to make that decision early on. Again, talking during your premarital stage about the very important things to you, the deal breakers, are always 100% encouraged, because that is something people from generations gone did not really take into account. But now, with all the information we have, I believe that it's definitely something we all need to include in our premarital discussion. I hope you've enjoyed these few points I've made, and if you have, please click on the like button. If this is the first time you're coming across one of my videos, please subscribe if healthy eating, healthy cooking, and talk about everyday life as some of the things you like to see on YouTube, then I'd encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Another thing that you could consider in your 80-20 rule is money is always one. So for example, somebody's spending habits. If you're somebody that gets anxious with the way some people spend money, so just seeing it on TV, for example, how people spend money, you think that is extravagant and it gives you anxiety, and this man or this woman you talking to and planning to get married to, are they extravagant? Are they flippant in the way they spend money? Does that bother you? Does that give you anxiety? Is that something that maybe would give you sleepless nights? Do you think they don't have a handle on how they manage money? If after talking it through with this person, you seem to be on different pages completely and you don't see a way forward, you don't see a reconciliation, maybe that's something to think about. That, do you know what, this is a deal breaker for me. I cannot go ahead with this kind of situation. Maybe walk away now. It's not the end of the world. There's always going to be somebody who is on the same page as you when it comes to life issues. I believe very firmly, strongly that whatever is meant for you will not go past you. So make constant dua. Be good always. Be kind whenever you come across people in your daily life. It could be when you're out shopping and you bump into someone. Be polite, be courteous, speak to them nicely and kindly. Maybe at a function you meet somebody, give them a smile. You don't know where that relationship will start from. I hope you have enjoyed this video today. If you have, please don't forget to click on the like button. Remember to subscribe before you leave here today. And don't forget to share this video with another person you think is at this stage of their life as well. Thank you very much for watching this video of mine today. And I hope to see you in my next one. Assalamu alaikum, warahmatullah ta'ala, wabarakatuhu. Peace be unto you.